Hey loves, and thank you to those of you who have subscribed to the YouTube channel. It's greatly appreciated. Another question that I tend to get a lot on my lives and in your Instagram messages is young folks and older folks also asking me if they should start HRT, or younger folks saying when should they start HRT, older folks asking if they can still start HRT. Well, first off, I must say that I am no doctor or therapist, but I do have life experience. And in my life experience, I will tell you that going through HRT without a doctor and therapist is very unwise. If you are in an area that you do not have access to proper medical care that will involve the discussion of HRT, then I suggest you call contact agencies like Callan Lord, Destination Tomorrow, and even in our own voices. These places can help guide you through the steps of what you need to do to contact a physician and a therapist also. It's very important. Back in the day when we took hormones, it was 2 cc's plus 1 cc of B12 every week. And that was way too much. Many girls suffered. I'm grateful that I'm still here. And however, I was lucky because I wasn't taking those hormones every week. One, I couldn't afford it. And two, whenever I took them, I got really sick. My breast would swell up, especially when I took Estanol. Once a month, my breast would totally swell up, like a thing. And in the moment, I'd be happy because they were like va va voom. But then the lactating would occur, and it was just a lot. I did not understand a lot about it, but I just knew I needed my HRT, and so I tried to go with it. And at times, I didn't take hormones at all. I got it down to a science where I would take shots maybe twice a year. Once I found patches, God bless my Aunt Brenda, she would get me the patches, and I would wear those patches, sometimes once a month. And that was what it was like for me. So I was very fortunate not to be taking those 2 cc's of hormones each week. When I got to into medical care, and that was around 2011, I would say. It could be before. The doctor put me on 1 cc every 2 weeks, and that was too much. After about 3 months, I felt like I was going crazy. So they reduced that. So I was very under the guidance of a doctor. I was able to find HRT regimens that would work for me. And that was because they were doing my blood work. They were seeing me regularly, so they knew exactly what was happening in my body. When I was taking HRT on the black market, I really didn't know what I was doing. And that was mainly because we didn't have access to health care. It is very important to see a therapist before you start HRT, because this is not a joke. When I look around, I see a lot of you, and you just think it's like, oh my gosh, I'm going to do this for like 2 years, and it's going to make my skin look great, and I'm going to have boobs, and this is your life. And this is other people's lives, and it's not a joke. And when you play around with things like this, it affects us on many different levels, especially administratively, in government administration. So see a therapist. Taking hormones and all that stuff, this is not a quick thing. This is not I'm gonna take this HRT for 3 months, and I'm gonna look like I'm gonna look like Ice Spice or Sexy Red or be body oddied or wait, Megan the Stallion. It doesn't work like that. You really have to understand also that HRT is not an escape from the life you have. It's not like you're saying, oh, I'm going to put this down. This has to be something that you feel from within. This has to be something that you really know that this is who you are. And usually you know this from quite a young age. There's no way that you're going to get up one morning and just suddenly go, you know what, this isn't working for me. I need to be something else. It does not happen like that. And if it's happening like that for you, that is especially why you need a therapist. And needing a therapist is not about the okay. It's because you need a therapist to be able to deal with society. Because society is very harsh. And the hormone therapy, in the beginning, you get all the attention, it feels great, and you're in that honeymoon stage. But once that honeymoon stage is over and you're really living the life, you're going to understand the hardships. You're going to understand the discrimination. So be very certain that you know who you are and you're with a therapist and you're with a doctor before you undertake the journey of HRT. You can start HRT after 18. Yes, I said after 18. And you can start HRT at 50 or 60, right? There's no discrimination in that. And people say, well, why would you start at 50 or 60? Some people actually had to live the societal construct because of the fear of being themselves. And that's okay too. We have to make space and room for everyone. So darlings, if you're going to do HRT, do it under the guidance of a doctor and a therapist. If you cannot have access to that, if you live in one of those states where it's very difficult for you to be able to access trans health care, then I suggest that you get online, because if you can see this video, you have a phone, you get online and you search Callan Lord, you look out for spaces that will help you get access to doctors who will be able to assist you in your HRT. And therapists also. Some of that you can get online. So like I'm saying, HRT is not an escape. It is not a game. It's not something that you play with, right? So be very careful in what you do, and I wish you all the very best. Just don't do like we did back in the day. For those of you who may have to access it by other means than a doctor, I would suggest that you take on the shield of less is more, and you take minimal doses as you go along. Remember, it's not a magic wand, right? And it's not some potion that you're going to drink and you're going to wake up looking like whatever, right? So yes, so please be careful. This is your body. This is the body you have for life, and hopefully you will have long life. And the way to do that is to stick with your doctors all the way if you can. If not, make sure you take minimal doses. Make sure you also watch your diet. All right, that is also very important. Check your blood pressure regularly. Check your blood levels regularly. Okay, what else can I say? Yeah, just really enforcing the fact it's not a game. Okay, it's not a game. It's not a magic potion. It's not. You have to deal with your issues. You have to process. You have to deal with. You have to face. you have to, and it doesn't mean that you have to get over them, but you have to know exactly where you stand, because sometimes our issues are a process for us to heal from, a process for us to comprehend and to get over. But your life is valid and you are worthy. Okay, and you can do this if it is for you. If it is not for you, you will be miserable. I will tell you that. All right, so take care, my loves, and as you are.